What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. As always, if you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like in the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we adopted our final species for the Toogii wetlands, that of course being the wild water buffalo. We've got them, decently set up out here for now, but I think today we're going to take a little bit of extra time and try to sprinkle in some decor for them, some plants, some extra toys, potentially. And apart from that, I think we're just going to experiment with some other in-game mechanics. I was told recently that there should be a way for us to tether the, hidey hole. That's not what these things are called. The Burrow cameras, like the internal Burrow cameras, with a television screen. So I want to, tinker around with that, see if we can actually get that to work. Apparently, a couple of you have done that in your zoos, and I feel like we're missing out. And then if time allows, I would also like to start messing around with the restaurant idea that I mentioned in that previous episode as well. I am still feeling quite a bit under the weather, but we're going to persevere. We're going to push through, and we're going to get an episode together for you guys today. Where do we want to begin, I suppose? Maybe on expansion for the wild water buffalo exhibit. I feel like that's a solid place to start. So right now, as we sit right now, we have, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 different, animal talk points for our educators. So what I want to do out here is add another one, but this time for the wild water buffalo. So I'm just going to bring out a nice simple pad right there, and then we can probably just borrow this seating from right here. We'll duplicate that, try to get them spun around the proper direction. There we be. So here we could probably get away with doing, I would think, 3 of these comfortably. Just because I'm an absolute maniac and have to have everything perfectly aligned, I placed another path here just so I can make sure that we're getting them placed accordingly. I think that looks pretty good so far. And then right up a little bit, right there. I hate how, intricate I have to be when placing things down, you guys, but it really do be like that sometimes. So now that we've got those 3 placed down, let's come over here again. Actually, we'll grab the back railing first, then we'll grab the ones for the sides. I'll tell you what, though, I am very much looking forward to shaking this cold, or whatever it is I have. There's a lot of drainage happening at the moment, and it kind of just feels like I have a lot of fluid in my head. In other news, all the remaining components for my new computer are showing up today, so that's pretty exciting. Hopefully after I get this recording done, I can deconstruct the thing and rebuild her anew, and hopefully after a big major hardware upgrade, we won't have the audio ducking issue where it just kind of cuts out intermittently. It's very odd, you guys. I can't find any other solutions, so fingers crossed that this works. We do have a little bit of vet research, though, to go through on the wild water buffalo. Good. Marlin, you're going to stay on them for quite a while. We've got to just continue their research. So we've got our little stands, our grandstands assembled. Let's grab this thing. Oh, we can actually change the color of this as well. We can't really make it all that cool. It's just all white, which is probably the light, that little surround, and then the paint piece at the bottom. So let's just copy that. I don't think we really need to change much of it at all. And then we'll place that down right in the center of the fence line, hopefully in the middle, as close as we can get it, of these grandstands. Right there looks pretty solid. Now we've got to get this actually set up for, the proper species. So this one's going to be the wild water buffalo, and then we can link all 3 of those seats. Perfect. Okay, so since we've obviously expanded our animal talk points, I do think we probably need another another staff educator right here. So let's plop them down. And then did we have facility is without power? Wait, are we actually lacking power out here? For real? Okay. I think we could probably squeeze another transformer in over here somewhere, so long as it doesn't interfere with the animals whatsoever. Or we could put one over here. Let's do that. A little bit closer to the path, and then I don't think it'll interfere with the restaurant once we get that thing constructed. So I know we've got one of them over here. We'll just duplicate that. Now to just check the heat map. I don't think we would have any trouble. Yeah, definitely not. Not clear out there. That is perfect. Okay, into paths really quick. We've just got to get a staff path linked all the way over to here, probably. That looks pretty solid. Now, before I was very rudely interrupted by our own zoo updates, notifications, and things, I was trying to figure out if our educators actually have a work zone. They do not. So we've got 3 of them that are just kind of floating around from place to place. We've had good luck with that thus far, so I think I'm just going to leave that the way it is. But what about the talk month? That we probably want to change. We're going to start up here at the front of the zoo and just make sure that the capybara is set to January. And now we'll go over to the next one. Next closest one to the entrance would probably be the Asian small-clawed otter. So that one is already set to March. That can probably stay. Next closest one to the entrance is probably this guy. We've already got a person over here ready to educate these guests. That's looking fantastic. So you... Oh, yeah, sorry. We're going to change your month, like, right in the middle of your talk, but that's fine. So we had March on the last one. This one will be May then. Yeah, all these guests are like, all right, I'm out. Can't wait that long. And then over here, we've got one more. So that one we just set for May. This one will be July. Trying to, you know, have a month gap in between each talk. That way the educators, you know, don't have any issue getting around. I know it sounds weird having them separated by a month and worried about their travel time to and from each place, but it really does take a long time for a lot of the staff to get around the zoo. So this will be our final one clear out here. Our previous was set on July. This one is going to be September. Perfect. I think that'll work pretty well for us, especially with 3 educators. I can't see that really failing us. So let's go over here to one of the exhibits where we actually have one of the animal burrows, and let's try to figure out if there's some way we could tether a TV to the in-burrow cameras. Okay, I have a 2-meter TV screen placed down. Now, I didn't think it would be this easy. I know I've looked into doing this in the past, and I mean, there's a possibility I could have glossed over this completely, but I think it's really just as simple as clicking Animal Burrow 4 right there. That's going to be one of the 2 burrows in this habitat. So boom, it's done. Now the guests can actually have a view, a window into their little burrow. Of course, we do have 2 burrows though, so let's duplicate that TV, and we'll place it right over here. Maybe not the best spot to be putting the TVs at. You know, it'd probably be best maybe facing, well, I don't know, because you can't actually see the inside of the burrow from outside anyways. So you don't have to be facing the exhibit to know what's going on. This one, though, we're going to change to Animal Burrow 5. There we go. Looks like most, if not all of them, are currently napping in the burrow. You can see this one's awake now. The quality is pretty good, I would say. It's definitely a little like... It's got some latency problems, is what I'm trying to say. But that's pretty sweet. So they're just exiting. Let's go up top now and see if we can see them. Right here. Look at that. Look at that. Toogii. Oh, we got a talk happening. This is the one that we don't have any seating, so guests are just expected to stand, but they don't really seem to care about that much. I thought we had some hidey holes or burrow doodads over here for the Asian small-clawed otter, but I don't see them. Having to look through all the habitat stuff for these animals, and I don't see the burrows. So maybe I just got confused with another species? Do any of our other species use burrows? I don't think they do. Not even the capybara. Unless... No, they don't appear to have any burrow options either. So I guess it is just the platypi, which is fine. Totally cool with that. Not a huge deal. So, in the previous episode, I had mentioned, like in the very beginning of that episode, I had mentioned adding ATMs to both of these little stilted structures, our vending areas, right? And then I completely forgot to do that. So we're going to go ahead and get that knocked out because our existing ones, our only 2 ATMs at the moment, are jam-packed all the time, which isn't good. You know, we want guests to be able to get out as much money as possible, pretty much whenever they need to. So right over here, I think on the opposite side of that little education doodad, we're just gonna place 2 more. One over here, and then one in the other facility. The inspector has just left. Let's see. Okay, 4 stars education facility still. I'm okay with this. We've got 4 stars overall. Doesn't look like anything's really changed as far as the inspector report goes. Maybe once we get all the additional, like, habitat education boards and things out here for the wild water buffalo, maybe then that'll be able to bump us up to that 5-star mark. But having said that, let's go through and start adding in all the habitat education boards, speakers, the whole 9. Oh no! Not another capybara, dude. Actually, we have a lot more over here than I thought we did. This one, I can't watch this. I can't watch, dude. That one is about to, oh, it's heartbreaking. That one has now just passed away from old age, which is understandable. They really only live about 9 years. But I do think it's time we go through, once again, the entire animal list. If there are any new bebe that we weren't aware of, we'll make sure they're going to have contraceptives applied to them when they're of age. And then if there are any captive births with the smaller exhibit species, we'll go through and release those to the wild. Hopefully get a few conservation credits. Always a nice thing. Here's a list of all the animals that we're going to be releasing to the wild. All the smaller exhibit species. 45 conservation credits. It's honestly pretty good, especially for, you know, how small those animals are. All right, the deed is done. Now back out to the wild water buffalo exhibit. Oh, look at this. They're carrying around a little ball. Good, good. Glad to see they're, you know, appreciating their toys. Oh, this is sad. Oh, this is really sad, you guys. We've only got 3 people in the stands over here. 1 and another single person. This dude is, he might as well just be talking to the animals, dude. We're definitely gonna need another attraction, you know, something else to draw out big crowds to the outskirts of the zoo. There's really nothing else that would make people want to go out here right now other than the wild water buffalo. So I'm hoping the restaurant will change that, but before we start, you know, tinkering around with that, I do want to go through the wild water buffalo exhibit and just add in a little bit more vegetation, a little bit more decoration even. So I want to try kind of a similar deal to what we did over here for the Nile Lehui. However, I don't want to put it in the front for their exhibit. I would rather do like this back half, maybe sort of a swampy-esque type landmass. So I think I'm going to do just that. I'll see you guys here in a few minutes.
A few moments later.
I just love this little area that we've made so much that I also decided to move their entire hard shelter to this side as well. However, that presents us with a new problem. What do we do with all of this space now, dude? I mean, they definitely like open area, but they also like a lot of coverage, so eventually we need to figure out something else to do over here. Maybe we could do a woodland type area. Speaking of which, we should probably go through and just bring that tree line. You know, we've got this nice tree line sort of encasing the entire zoo. So I think we should probably continue that tree line all the way around, even to the backside of the wild water buffalo exhibit. I just think that'll look really good. So I'm gonna knock that out really quick, and then we'll start tinkering with the restaurant. Unless something else pops up, of course. It very well could. All right, we've got like pretty much the entire perimeter of the zoo encased in these trees now. I like using this set that we made a long time ago, but I like using that for the interior portions of the tree line just because it has all these bushes and things in there. Adds a little bit more coverage to it all. It still looks kind of weird, which is where the next set of trees comes in. These are a bit more spread out, they're a bit more random, and there aren't any bushes, so they look especially nice sort of on the outer edge of the zoo. So now all we have to do is bring these around, and then I think it'll end up looking pretty nice. I think it'll always kind of look weird from an aerial view, but once you're on the ground, sort of looking at everything eye level with the guests, it's very convincing. It does give you the feeling that you're just completely surrounded by trees. If we cared enough, we could bring all of these trees like all the way out to the other trees on the outskirts of the entire map. That's a lot of work for no real reward, so I don't think we're going to go through the trouble of doing all that, but it definitely helps. So, now that we finished up with all the foliage stuff that I wanted to do today, I think we're ready to start tinkering around with this restaurant. I really just want to experiment with it, see how it all actually works. I don't really care about what it's going to look like on the outside. I just want the thing to function for now. Or wait a minute, is it just one building? It's just one facility? It can't be that easy. No, we would still need... Oh, Josue. Another capybara. Dude, that's so sad. That is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. But I think it's just one building or one facility. So let's place that down just for testing purposes. Again, we don't actually care what this thing's gonna look like just yet. What's down here? Nobody knows. Nobody has any idea what's down that hallway. There's gotta be like seating or something with it too, right? The guests have to sit somewhere. So there's the restaurant. I don't see anything else in here. Oh, here we go. We've got the restaurant patio heater. The whole zoo is pretty hot already. I can't imagine any of our guests are gonna be, you know, super chilly. So we're probably good on the heaters. But now we also have like dining tables, or do they call those diner tables? I'm sorry. And then the restaurant table round. Okay, so we can place those pretty much wherever we want, but ideally we would want to have like an interior for a restaurant and an exterior, or just have seating on the inside or just on the outside. I kind of like the idea of mixing up doing both, and that would also make our restaurant much larger. So let's experiment with that a little bit. I'm gonna grab some paths just so we can see what we're actually working with. So the vendors leave? Do they leave? I don't know. Maybe they don't leave ever. It might be smart for us to also add like an internalized staff resting facility, I would think. Oh, dude, one of our water buffaloes about to have offspring? That was fast. Any minute now. Are you the type that like lays down to have bebe? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, convenient. We also have a talk going on. Look at the baby calf, dude. Look at the baby calf. Unlike their parents, they don't have that weird texture issue on their chest. We'll see if this one still has it. See, when I zoom out, you can see like these lines on the chest of the animal. And then when I zoom in, they're just gone. But yeah, Bebe did not seem to have problem with that. I accidentally just opened some vet research. That's cool. I love it when I just button mash. Okay, facility inaccessible. I know that much. Let's go through this whole list, and we'll see if it maybe tells us whether or not we need a staff resting facility or anything of the sort. Oh, you know what? It's reminding me of hotels and restaurants, I guess, in Planet Coaster. So we can link tables to the restaurant. I've gotcha. Oh, and then I always love this stuff, dude. So you can go through and change the price. You can change the condiments of all the different meals that the restaurant will prepare. We've got tea cake, ice cream, mountain dessert, loaded sweet potato fries in a meal. What could you possibly pair with sweet potato fries to make it a meal? Deluxe half-pound burger meal. That one makes sense. And stone-baked gourmet pizza. I love it. I love it. I think that is a fine menu. I want to try placing just a small staff room kind of on the back side of the restaurant. And then let's grab our paths. They don't need to be anything too fancy, anything too pretty looking. But I want to connect those up just so we can see if that'll actually work together. And then we can bring the path straight out and have it meet up somewhere over here. Again, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to look pretty. It's not staying this way for too long. So now that we've got that, let's experiment with maybe a staircase, I guess, because we could have upstairs seating. We could also have like main floor seating. That might be kind of cool. Let's bring a staircase going up right about there, and then it can flatten out. So we're halfway up the height of the building overall. We'll turn it this way and then bring it up another staircase back down flat. That should be, ooh, it's close. If we were to just bring the height of the entire restaurant down a little bit, I think maybe, well, no, because even if we cover it, like say we're to have a path up there like that, we would still have this whole issue with the path, you know, completely clipping through the ceiling. It's not a good look. So maybe upstairs seating directly above the restaurant is out of the question. Maybe we don't even do that. Okay, we've got a few alerts that we need to go through. Low welfare for Darren. Darren, my man, your social is going down very fast because you're extremely stressed out. Maybe don't, you know, hang out by the barrel. Maybe like go anywhere else. You know what? Let's just manually move you. Maybe you'd be happier on like the opposite side of the bridge, potentially. I think that'll be a better fit for you right now, bud. There you go. Okay. Let the de-stressing commence. And then I think, yeah, it's just Darren. Darren is our only problem child at the moment. But we've got some more vet research done on the wild water buffalo. So hopefully we're unlocking a little bit better food and things for them. Maybe some more toys. You can see we've got all 4 of them around their little feeding trough over here. So let's check out. Oh, we can do grade 3 already. Fantastic. Only $1,000 per feed. Good deal. All right, so again, this is just for funsies, just to sort of tinker around and see what we can actually get to happen here. But I have an upstairs seating area now. I don't have a main floor seating area because it really doesn't matter. I'm just trying to figure out how the tables and everything work. So now that we've got a spot for the tables to go, let's click on this yet again. And then it was under tables, place tables. Here we go. So this is going to give us our only options for tables within the restaurant. Let's place one of those there, one of those there, another one, and then the 3 is probably plenty. Oh, okay, good. We can actually advanced move these as well. I was worried it was going to be like the seating, the like TED Talk seating things, you know. So we've got 3 tables up top. Let's go ahead and link all 3 of those to the restaurant. That should be good. Oh, no vendor. What do you mean no vendor? Easiest thing for us to do in order to locate her is just go through our list of total vendors and we'll see probably Sherry right here. Commuting. Commuting to where, Sherry? Why would you go all the way over there? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. But once she gets back to the restaurant, it should be open for business. Oh no. Oh no, we've got another inspector. Looks like she enjoyed what she saw, so that's good news for us, I suppose. Okay, we're open now, right? The restaurant is ready to go. Perfect. We are just losing money, dude. That's not good. But it's not going to be here for forever. It's really just a temporary thing for right now. Asian small clawed otter's about to have offspring. That's fantastic news. Darren! Stop, dude. Just go hide out somewhere. It's not rocket science. And then let's go ahead and fast forward. We'll see if we can get any guests interested in using the restaurant. Come on, guys. Come on. Order something. Wait. Oh, I get it now, dude. That's actually great. So that would definitely limit foot traffic. I was thinking the guests would have to come in here, order, then they'd actually, you know, manually walk up the stairs and go to their seats. But they don't do that. What they do is they order and they walk through the black hole only to be teleported to their seats. That's really good news. Honestly, that's really, really good news. Let's see what happens with this next group of guests. Same deal, immediately teleported up top. And then with this one lady, oh, we've just got a bunch of people eating out here now all of a sudden. Are they actually eating? Oh yeah, 100%. We've got ice cream, pizza. Okay, cool. I like that they're actually eating stuff that's on the menu. You know, it'd be weird if they were eating stuff that we weren't even offering for sale. That is pretty sweet. Okay, good deal. Well, it obviously works. Now, in the next episode, we're going to have to figure out how we actually want to configure everything and how we want the thing to look overall. I'm pretty excited to get, you know, building something again. Hopefully, by that time, I'm feeling a bit more above the weather. Is that a thing that people say when you're under the... It doesn't matter. Anyways, I do think that's where we're going to wind things down at for today. Once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like. leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.